that's going to relate to this question I want to ask you is why should Christians study theology?
Mm,
You
mm.
know, it's more than just, a dreamy conversation or idea that we talk about, but, theology
Yeah,
is really pressing, can be deeply connected to life
precisely.
as we've seen through some of the questions I've asked you. So, what would you say
Yeah.
to someone else, why should I dive deeper into the study of theology?
Well, because we live in a world that belongs to God.
Mm,
And I like what J.I. Packer said about this, that, because this world is God's world, not
mm,
to know anything about Him is to put us in a great disadvantage. It's
mm,
to, in many ways, go about life blindfolded.
mm,
And God said so himself in Jeremiah 9, where he said, of all the things you could possess, the greatest thing that you could ever have is to know me.
mm,
And I think that that's helpful in terms of how we're to conduct ourselves, but ultimately it's even more helpful in terms of satisfying our soul. I really
mm,
think that deep down in our heart of hearts, we have a deep desire to know not just the world, but
mm,
ultimately God. And we can't be satisfied unless that hunger and thirst for God is
mm,
satisfied. So, and theology is what leads us there.
mm.
So that's what I would say is the
Yeah.
reason why. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. It makes me think of, John 17:3, which says, "This is eternal life, that they know you,
Mm,
God, and Jesus Christ whom you've sent." I think that's just such a good point that you're making, that Christian faith is so much more than just getting, fire insurance, knowing that, "Oh, now I'm saved to heaven, I'm not going to hell. Okay, I'm good. I just
mm,
need to follow this, and basically I know what's happening after I die." It's so much more than that.
mm,
Eternal life is more than just what happens after the grave. It's the new life that I'm living in right now in relationship with God and walking
right.
with Him and letting that change every area of my life, how I interact with other people,
Mm,
and how I engage my work in all these areas, that it is really inherently connected to every part of life. But that's because we're in genuine relationship with God, and we can grow in that as we come to know Him more. So I think
yes.
that makes theology really important.